Hello, friends. It's amazing to see how travel has bounced back after COVID. In the last 6 weeks, I've been at 5 automation events, 2 of which I have had the opportunity to chair and 2 I've spoken at. I'm currently recording this from Dubai after a travel that started in Vegas, then Milan, Stockholm, San Diego, and London, with a few intermittent stops at home in the San Francisco Bay Area. In these events, I've interacted with customers in the intelligent automation, RPA, and AI space, and much of what I'm about to share is resonating with the Vocal Council group that I established about 2 years ago. For those of you that don't know Vocal Council, it is an independent customer group, a think tank that now comprises of over 95 customers from around the globe and includes COE leaders, automation budget owners, people who are champions of automation within these enterprises. We have, as part of the Vocal Group now, Coca-Cola, Uber, Pandora, GE, Netflix, Dubai Airports, NHS, McDonald's, Liberty Global, Pfizer, JP Morgan, 7-Eleven, Home Depot, Eli Lilly, and many others. Here is what I've learned from my interaction with customers in the Vocal Group and these 5 events. And it is best described with an acronym called TAPE, T-A-P-E. So the number one trend that has emerged in various conferences has clearly been around talent. It is not just about hiring the right talent, it is about digital literacy. And this is becoming a board topic. There's a new customer out there, the customer who's born digital, who measures everything, who expects trust in every single interaction that they have. And to serve this digital customer, you need to train your organizations to create digital citizens. And I call this skilling me softly. As technology continues to become more and more ingrained in daily life, the importance of digital literacy is becoming increasingly apparent. Digital literacy is becoming indispensable for every global citizen, whether it's to communicate, find employment, receive comprehensive education, or socialize. And digital literacy, in my humble opinion, like other competencies, should start at school. In fact, there is an excellent insights podcast that I did recently with Pedro Bercoso that you can find in the link below if you'd like to learn more about it. The next is automation management. And automation started with the promise of uniting disparate systems together, and there is an unfulfilled promise of automation out there, and it revolves around automation management, which is still a massive manual exercise in many organizations today. I often say the management of automation is the automation that automation companies forgot. Now, you might be familiar with the rise of network market, and then came network optimization tools. You're familiar with cloud, and then came cloud optimization tools. Today, you cannot walk into a CFO's office and say, show me the financials, and she says, well, I don't have a system for that. They have financial software. You cannot walk into a CRO's office and they cannot tell you about the sales forecast because they don't have a system. They do. Why is it that in some of the COEs, or majority of the COEs out there, when you ask a COE leader about automation metrics or an automation management system or life cycle of automation, they have to switch to PowerPoints and Excel and SharePoint or other homegrown tools to show you how they track the life cycle of automation. So we're seeing this rise of automation management or automation optimization tools. For example, a pioneer in this category of automation optimization is a company called Turbotic that provides multi-vendor, multi-technology integration along with idea management capabilities, dynamic scheduling, automated code review, AI-based error detection and classification, and much, much more. Moving on to the P of TAPE, there has been enormous discussion around purpose-driven or outcome-based automation. And this has come up in almost all the conferences, was a huge emphasis in various conversations in Milan. And it is focused on identifying the outcomes and then working backwards from that. My friend Oliver Gomez, OG as he's fondly called, often says that it's not about technology. Don't start with that. Instead of selling technology, instead of selling projects, instead of selling people, instead of selling services, What you sell is results, is outcomes, it's benefits. And that is becoming a critical central point in discussions around automation. And lastly, the E is all about ecosystem. Ecosystem it's not just about having an ecosystem for the sake of TAM expansion, but it's really about how do you bring companies in the ecosystem together to make the existing platform better. It's about embedding automation and then integrating it back into the design and the requirements from a coding perspective. Now, a lot of people talk about platform, but what I've heard from customers is that they're going around sticking things together, integrating, doing the heavy lifting to make the automation tools collaborate with each other. Now, this is ironic because automation started with the premise of integrating things together. But the way automation has grown up is that there is a sprawl of technologies out there, and customers are trying to find ways of stitching all of this together. So there you have it, tape. Talent scarcity and the inability to drive automation optimization hinders the purposeful automation while customers seek an integrated ecosystem. That's the acronym TAPE. Those are the trends that I'm seeing in the various conferences that I've been to over the last 6 weeks. I hope you enjoyed this clip. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you.